My name is Peter, and I am the host. I work for Pawrade, and we represent our breeders, and we're excited to have Amber, our breeder, who's logging in just a moment here. But I'll just touch base a little bit about Pawrade. We work with a lot of great breeders all around the USA. But just kind of going through this big stat right here, this was released by the Better Business Bureau earlier this year. 80% of advertisements for puppies and pets that you see online are coming out to be scams. This is through police reports, this is through statistics. And so our biggest thing that we pride ourselves with is eliminating the scams, and also eliminating those puppy mill places that you just don't want to get your puppy from. So we take that stat to heart. We know that going online and looking for puppies near you these days, that's what a lot of people are doing. So we love to give you an awesome selection of puppies to choose from. More often than not, we can find a breeder in your local area that we work with, but a lot of people do opt for like a delivery or transport option. But then over here, we have a list of the services. Breeders love to work with us because they need a voice. They need people that work for them as well. And they need help being protected from scams because we hear time and time again, people are trying to send fake checks, use fake credit cards, all of these scams to buy puppies. So even they need protection. And so we just really help make sure that process is smooth and safe. So our breeders are all vetted. We do put them through a criteria and a strict list of things that we want to make sure they're passing so that we're not setting you up for failure. We're working with people that have good experience. And then through our process, you're going to have health guarantees and vet checks before and after you get your puppy. So we just want to make sure that we're providing all of that pre-adoption and post-adoption support that you need for a successful pet ownership.
All right. So tonight we do actually have we have Ariel, which is this little girl right here. And she is actually still available. She's got a cute little chocolate with tan points, got a little bit of white underneath her chest. It's kind of hard to see. I can show you in a minute. And then I also have got Clover, and we have Daphne. Just a little bit about us. We've been, I guess, raising Dachshunds for about 3.5 years now. We're just a small family that we love dogs. We used to rescue a lot of dogs, actually. And then we've always loved Dachshunds and Australian Shepherds. And we started placing them in really good homes and developed a really good relationship with Pawrade. Right now, all these puppies are weighing right around 2 pounds, maybe just a little over. And they're all ready to go. They're 11 weeks. They were born September 3rd. They are microchipped. They've all, of course, they've had all of their vaccines, and these puppies have been gone over head to toe, since they were born.
Do you have any idea what their full weight might be, at least in a range or an estimate? I know we can never guarantee anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. This mama and daddy in particular, pretty small. The daddy is going to run anywhere from 10, 11 pounds on the heavy side. And that's when he's heavy. And Mally is she's anywhere from 8 to 10 too. So mom and daddy's not very big. I don't think these pups are going to get bigger, honestly, than 8 pounds. Something else about, the mother's really laid back and the dad's laid back. And that's why we chose the male and females that we have, the mom and daddy to these puppies. So they're just really loyal little dogs too. Everywhere we go, they want to be with you. They love to sit and watch TV. They're so funny. They just really good little pets.
Yeah, one of the most popular dogs I see when I'm on social media and stuff. It always seems to be a mini Dachshund here or there.
Yes,
they just have those personalities where they steal the show, and
they
a
do.
lot of times I see two of them together. It seems like they always come in pairs. So
Yes.
can you talk about that a little bit? Do they prefer sometimes having a furry sibling, or do they do fine if it's just them, or anything like that you've experienced?
the one thing about the dachshund is they are a very independent dog, but they fall in love with their owner. A lot of people do buy them in pairs. It's kind of funny that you say that. And they are great family dogs. They love kids. They're real good to adjust to little children as well. So
And
I
you
don't
have
know
a
how
kid
well y'all can.
yourself, right? You have a kid, so does that help with some of the socialization that you're able to
Yes.
do before a new home?
Yes, absolutely. We do. I actually have a 2-year-old, and then I have older children too, and so they are around kids. They're actually around my 2-year-old all the time, and he's learned to be really gentle with them, but they're wonderful for kids.
But what about cats? Do you have a cat or anything like that in the home?
Yep. I'm actually on a farm with cattle and horses and cats. And, we have everything out here. So they see a little bit of everything. But no, they are wonderful with cats. And I love the fact that when buyers, I mean, if I was going to buy a puppy, I can tell you from working with you guys with Pawrade to any, and this is to anybody that's going to buy, they are so thorough. Like it was tough even getting signed up to be a breeder with them. And it's just like everybody's protected. When a buyer gets one through Pawrade, that dog is sound, healthy. There's a lot of communication between us and Pawrade constantly. So
Great. And now I know you do have another puppy available.
we do. He's a little bit bigger, so he's going to be 14 weeks, a little over 14 weeks. I was shocked that he had not found a home because he's beautiful. He's got really hazel eyes.
As a reminder, Amber the breeder is in Arkansas. We do delivery to every single state except Hawaii, but we also welcome local pickup. So if you're able to travel, we have people that will drive or even fly to the breeder's location. And we'll make sure all those arrangements are really easy and clearly communicated so that when you can pick your puppy up or when it would be on its way
Okay,
home.
so here's Renzo. He's funny. Okay, I was trying to see. He had his little handkerchief on, but he doesn't now. I wish you could see his eyes. He's got he is, like I said, going to be long haired, and he's got a little bit of white under his chest, and he's got green eyes. These little girls are like, we're not going to leave him alone now.
They're teaming up on him, yeah.
He is a sweetheart, and he's not hyper either.
With their hair and their coats, do they cause severe allergies or anything like that? Or are
No,
they?
no.
Go ahead.
Nope, they do not. I have never had anyone tell me that they had any allergies with the dachshunds. As far as all the feedback I've got from raising and having these dogs for a long time, I've never had anybody tell me that.
So can you talk about the difference, if there's any, of grooming and bathing and things like that between a short hair and a long hair dachshund?
The grooming is going to be about the same. It's very minimal. You just keep them bathed. Gosh, they are pretty easy. I'd say probably once a month. All these guys get a bath, and hey. But I've always noticed that the long-haired dachshunds won't really shed any more than the short-haired ones do, and they really don't shed bad at all anyway.
Right. Now, you were going to talk about traveling, and someone did post a question. Just as a general point, everyone, we do offer a ground delivery service with a company we've worked with for years. They're fantastic. They'll give you updates on where they're at on the road. So ground delivery would go right to your home. That's always a nice option. But we also go through the airlines where your puppy can fly safely in a crate, or your puppy could also fly with someone in the main cabin, like a flight nanny. That's what we call it. Both services are super trustworthy. We wouldn't use them if they weren't safe. And they always go through a check with the vets and then a check at the airport to make sure they're in good condition before they're leaving. So,
but yes, they travel very, very, very well, actually. Plane or car. Yeah, and I will add this. Pawrade has probably got the best shippers, even with ground. Pawrade really vets their shippers really, really well. And I wouldn't worry ground or air.
Yeah, one of the reasons the ground deliveries go so well is because they have 2 drivers, per van, and they only have a limited number of slots for puppies that can actually and go on a trip. So the fact that they have two drivers, someone's keeping their eyes on the road, someone's keeping their eyes on the puppies. And then, of course, that person in the passenger seat has time to call and text and make sure people know the ETA, know where they are on the road, so everyone can, get the family together, or just make sure they're waiting at the doorstep for the arrival and the homecoming day. So I really like that option, but there's definitely benefits to considering the air transport, especially if you're closer to a major airport than others. That major benefit is that the puppy gets there in one day. So just to give you all some peace of mind about how that works when we're dealing with it, because we do take everything with a puppy first approach. We want to make sure they're well off in other people's hands as they get to you. So I know we got a bit of a late start. Amber, I really appreciate you hanging in there and giving us some extra time. So everyone, get your final screenshots or whatever you need of these puppies. They do have profile pages on our website, pawrade.com. Again, Amber does an amazing job with her puppies, as you can see. They're super playful, and we know how much people love Mini Dachshunds. We love them too here at Pawrade, so we just wanted to showcase one of our favorite breeders and some of her puppies. So Amber, thank you so much. If you have any final statements, go ahead. I'll give you the last word.
Well, I appreciate you guys, allowing us to do this and come on here and be able to get a little more personal with breeders and answer questions. And like I said, this is a great company, and if I were in the market to buy, I would go to you guys just because I know what goes on behind the scenes. You guys do a good job, and the buyers are safe, sellers are safe, and we appreciate you guys a lot. And I hope that if someone did see something they like, feel free to reach out. And I know you guys are always good to ask us questions, and hopefully
Absolutely.
somebody will get a couple of sweet puppies soon.
Yes. Well, all right. Good night, little puppies. We're going to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a happy new home here for the holidays.
Oh,
Oh,
all
so
right.
sweet.
You guys, thank you so much for allowing us to do this, and everybody have a great evening.